everybody, this is Gabby with your battle of the day. We finally broke 1600 again, and we're getting paired up against a Japanese player that has Pokemon VGC player in their name, so hopefully this will be a good game. It looks like they're running what I would consider a fairly standard Japanese team. I mean, you have your Sand component, you have Aegislash, you have Gardevoir, you have Amoonguss. It looks like it's a Landorus Eye, which actually I skipped over when I looked at the team real quick. I was like, okay, I see orange, it's a Landorus T, let's go. Makes sense though. Since if you look, there's actually a Gyarados there to cover the Intimidate, and Sand Forest Landorus Eye it's a freaking beast, honestly. Absolutely terrifying to deal with, so that should be fun. Until then, it looks like I kind of have a tricky decision here to make. I know I want to bring Metagross, I know I want to bring Entei. I don't really want to lead with them because, yeah, it's just really bad. And this is my Thundurus that doesn't have HP Ice, as I just reminded myself real quick. So it looks like I think my loaded Amoonguss is going to be the lead, and though actually, come to think of it, no, let's do this. I like this. Alright, so no genies for this game. It could hurt me in regards to that Gyarados, but if I were him, I don't think I'd be bringing Gyarados to this matchup. I would definitely bring T-Tar and Landorus and Aegislash, and I mean, I guess Gardevoir if that's your Mega, but almost Amoonguss I feel like would do more damage here. Well, not that it would do more damage, it's just you have more utility, you can Rage Powder. I mean, there's like nothing on my team. I mean, there's nothing on his team that can really stop Rage Powder, and I'm bringing my Amoonguss, so I would imagine someone to follow kind of that same logic. Anyways, we will see what happens as we begin this game. Alright, it looks like he's leading the Amoonguss and Gardevoir, actually. Kind of an interesting lead. Sometimes it's used to set up Trick Room, depending on what the fourth move on Gardevoir is. For those of you who don't know, Gardevoir will typically have Hyper Voice, Psychic, and then something. Protect. I've seen Imprison, I've seen a lot of things. This is not really a matchup I want to keep my Lodic in for, actually, so I'm going to try and just sleep Gardevoir. You know, his Amoonguss can't stop me from sleeping. He could sleep my Entei, which would be unfortunate, but it is what it is. I mean, I think next turn I would be forced to set up sub anyways, or just go for the kill, depending on what happens. So let's find out. Gardevoir goes for the Protect, probably anticipating my Spore. Amoonguss does go for the... Oh, that was my Amoonguss. His Amoonguss goes for the Spore as well, which will put Entei to sleep. But again, I'm not really too concerned. Entei has the favorable type matchup here, and whatever's coming in for Gardevoir's slot is going to sleep. So even if he does switch out Gardevoir, I'm fine. So yeah, he switches out Amoonguss actually, which probably would have been the better thing to put to sleep in favor of Tyranitar of all things. Which will set up Sand. Very interesting that he hasn't Mega Evolved yet. Oh, there we go. I was waiting for it. I'm like, okay, it must be coming, it must be coming. Well, there it is. And Gardevoir is probably going to go for Psychic actually, which Amoonguss can take one of, hopefully. It is a fairly bulky Amoonguss, that should not insta-kill it. And it lives with enough to survive Sand, too, so I think this is time for Metagross to come in, actually. I hate to kind of put Entei in jeopardy here, but I think that this is the perfect opportunity to switch in Metagross, take advantage of that Sand, and threaten 3/4. I was gonna say 2/3. I'm like, that's not the right math. Gabby, get your head on straight. Of his team. So yeah, let's do that. And plus, this will have the added bonus of giving my Amoonguss regenerator health, which I always love. And it looks like he's sending in Landorus. So yeah, definitely a special Landorus. If it's not Choice Scarf, Metagross will actually outspeed after Mega Evolving. So next turn I'm probably going to have to Protect. And whatchamacallit, T-Tar does go for the Rock Slide, does a lot of damage on Entei, and Entei stays asleep. So that is what it is. For now, I think my best play, honestly, is to just kind of let Entei do its thing. I need to give Metagross enough time to evolve and outspeed and then kill that Landorus, who's definitely gonna do probably an Earth Power this turn to the Metagross slot, if I had to guess. So, yep. We just gotta kind of sit tight and hope that this works out. I still have my Lodic in the back, and as long as Metagross or Entei stays alive, I really don't need to fear that Amoonguss that much. So, T-Tar goes for another Rock Slide, definitely gonna be a KO on Entei. I mean, it did so much last turn, there was no way I was surviving that. And then Landorus is gonna go straight for the Earth Power, so yeah, that was one of those turns that would go pretty much just as expected. I'm actually going to send in Amoonguss again here in hopes of putting something to sleep. I don't think... If this person predicts I am going for the Ice Punch, then that's fine. I don't really see... I don't really have a choice, honestly. And, I mean, Ice Punching Gardevoir, sure. It'll be chip damage, and then Iron Head can kill it next turn. So that's like a no-brainer. Metagross dodges the Rock Slide just as I was about to say, oh god, I hope I don't flinch though, because I didn't actually think about that the first time around. Ice Punch will connect with Landorus and will KO. Like, you know, cutting through butter with a warm knife. And T-Tar goes to sleep, so nighty-night T-Tar. I hope that the bed bugs bite. Maybe. And if I had to guess, Amoonguss is going to come back in, and which it does. So, as much as I would love to get more health back on my Amoonguss, I really have to do damage here. Zen Headbutt will get close to KOing, depending on how bulky that Amoonguss is. So, best bet is to just pray that Zen Headbutt connects and he doesn't put me to sleep. Okay, good. Okay, Zen Headbutt connected, so now we just gotta see if it'll KO. It doesn't, but fortunately for me, Effect Spore activates and I go to sleep anyways. Are you kidding me? Sludge Bomb will kill, but like, I'm pretty sure that Effect Spore was what was gonna happen anyways. So now I'm kind of in this tricky position where, what do I do? I know that Metagross is definitely going to be asleep this turn. Oh my god. Okay, 3 things on the field are asleep. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stall out sleep turns. I'm going to actually just start trying to kill Gardevoir, because Rock Slide I can deal with. Rock Slide is hacksy, but I can deal with it. T-Tar stays asleep. Metagross stays asleep. The big question is, will Gardevoir stay asleep? And it does. So I get 1 Sludge Bomb off. And now this turn is when we're going to start playing the who's going to wake up when game. So given that fact, should I switch? Should I not switch? You know what? Nope. On the off chance that Gardevoir wakes up, I'm going to try and put it back to sleep. On the off chance that Metagross wakes up, I'm going to try and kill it. Okay, T-Tar does not wake up. Metagross wakes up! Yes! Okay. So yeah, that wake up was very clutch. That pretty much won me the game fairly decisively, actually, barring like a gazillion Rock Slide flinches at this point. So yeah, good game. VGC person from Japan. That was pretty exciting, actually. And arguably it felt a lot higher level than like yesterday's game against the Avalugg guy. Yeah, no offense to you, Avalugg guy, you keep doing what you do, but sometimes I come on here and I'm like, alright, give me like something good to stream. Or like interesting, I shouldn't say good. I should say like mentally challenging. That's the phrase I wanted. So yeah, and it looks like we're staying in the 1600s. That is the first time that's happened on this YouTube channel. This is the first time I've been in the 1600s for longer than one battle since I was prepping for Oregon Regionals in 2014. So I am pretty darn happy right now, guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna end this on a high note. I will see you on stream. I will see you on Monday. Until then, I'm Gabby, and this was your battle of the day. See ya.